You said we were gonna get into some real shit. So, all right, unload. Let's hear it.
No.
Some real shit.
Are you
Go
want to
ahead.
get to? Oh, how? No, I was just thinking how we all still doing something related to football in a way. You know what I mean? Brandon
Yeah.
still playing football. Brandon's still playing football at a high level. Donzale's coaching at a high level, and excelling. They both excelling. And myself is just like doing this firefighter stuff. It's just like you still in a team atmosphere. You deal with adversity still. You're doing something with a purpose, and you're having effective communication. So it's like no matter what, football is never leaving us as long as we're doing what we're doing. So it's just like everything revolves around football still to this point. So it's just like it's crazy.
I said, this is my boy Zach Bernhardt, the doctor, man.
Yeah.
So I wanted to introduce you to him, man. So,
but you know you're a legend around here, right?
No, how I'm a legend.
You're a legend because of your Instagram handle, dude. Everybody knows Slappy Boo Boo. People who have never met Slappy Boo Boo. I'm serious, dude. No, dude, it's hysterical because I was telling my little brother about doing this with you guys, and I was like, you know, Donzale's buddy Solomon. He's like, oh yeah, Slappy Boo Boo, and I'm like,
yeah, man, it's different. Slap.
I think too. On top of that, Slap, like kind of going back to it, like what you were talking about, as far as like us putting our mind to something, bro. Remember how much we talked about that, like putting your mind to something and just going with it.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Anything you believe you could do that shit, bro. Anything you believe you could do it wholeheartedly. If you gotta believe it though, bro. Anything we ever wanted, we got.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything we ever bro, we got.
Like even if we catting off for a minute, then we get serious. It's like, all right, then we see the results. So that like anytime. So
it ain't never been one time where I thought you said something, bro, and I know you couldn't do it. Anytime, no matter what it was. No matter what, bro. If I said I was gonna do something, bro, I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
What's next for you, Slap?
As far as what?
Life. You gonna keep doing the firefighter?
Bro, this right here is something I'm gonna do till I pop, right? I love everything about it. Every day. It's never a day where I'm like, I have to go to work. This is something where it's like I get to go to work. You know what I mean? It's fun every day. Nothing's repetitive, and I like being in that environment where you got to use your brain and you're on the edge for 24 hours. You got to use your like often.
No,
so it's
I feel that.
Yeah,
I feel that for sure. How'd you find your way there? What was like your inspiration for that?
Well, I had a couple boys in like 2017. I was supposed to do it. I had a couple of boys that just got into the fire service, and they were telling me like how fun it was, and it's just like football and things like that. So I was supposed to do it in 2017, but I went back to Canada to play football. But I felt like now was the right time because I had more life experience. You know what I mean? Yeah. I had a little more adversity, and I felt like that my mind would be focused even more on the task at hand. So I feel like right now was like a perfect time, and it was a perfect time. You know what I mean? A lot of firefighters are retiring, and it's a need of a lot more firefighters. So this was actually a perfect time for me to do it. More life experience, went through a little more mentally as far as like football, because football does something to you mentally. Donzale, no. I mean, if you play football, you know how football does to you. But
yeah, yep. Dude, I still like day to day in my job too. It's just like if I didn't have football and like Coach Rose, like
that's the 83-year-old.
Yeah, our deep.
That's my dog.
That's my dog. But like,
yeah, man.
I always tell people, it's like, man, you can't hurt me. You know what I mean? Like, you've gone through some shit, and you've had things said to you, like, man, like you've never had your manhood questioned.
Yeah, like you talked about with Coach Graham.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It was no filter, cause
no filter. Yeah,
no, seriously, and you look back on it, it's like, you look back on it, you're like, bro, people go to prison for saying stuff like that. Like if you say that to somebody on the street,
Bro,
you should be in jail, honestly. But you say it on a football field and it's okay.
man. But kind of like you said, like even going through the academy. Remember when we was going through the academy, you was like, bro, this is really like football training. Like that's really what it is. Like that's why when we talk about like how football play a part in people's lives, like how it can, mentally, physically, like stuff like that. Like you got tested mentally and you got tested physically by going through the academy. But like you said, people was dropping like flies, right? So it's like, it's crazy how far like sports can take us. Yeah. But on top of that, like having work ethic, like we talked about, us having our parents. I know you had moms and dad, you had mom and dad, but your background as far as how you grew up with them, I still look at that as motivation as well too. I know you told me majority of the story, but then again, you use that to push yourself. And I think hearing your story of you talking about like you growing up and how you came up, it's not motivation to me, but motivation to other people as well too. Yeah. Like from out east, like hey, you came from out east, bro. You don't know how many people then they didn't make it from out that way. So, I think I just want to know more as far as like, when you grew up, how it was with pops and moms. Like, how was it for you, pretty much?
Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna go in deep, man.
Go in.
I'm going deep. All this ain't gonna be posted, ain't it?
I mean, we can cut whatever you want.
We can cut it out.
All right. All right.
Hood side. They got the hood side of saw.
The gears.
Do I gotta talk proper, or can I talk how I
talk like you, bro?
Say whatever you want.
Be you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, for sure.
I'll break it down to Bernie as we go.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody else on here?
No, that's me.
Coach Brown? Okay. That was that. Okay.
Well,
all right.
My brother's recording this right now. That's how we're going to do it.
For sure. All right. So
don't worry about him.
I'm from Stockton. California. I grew up out east, the east side of Stockton. My mom and dad weren't together like that. I mean, they just did what they did and had me, whatever. So we lived in my grandma's house. It might not. I talked to my fiance about it, how it wasn't regular, but it was regular to me with living with like rats and roaches. You know what I mean? That's like that for me. That was regular as my childhood, living with rats and roaches. But at 7 years old, started playing for the East Side Lions in Stockton, and it was like that. In school was a safe haven away from home. I mean, it was like gangs and shit, but it wasn't like nothing that would involve myself because I'm a kid, you know what I mean? So East Side Lions, my uncle put me in that, and from junior novice all the way until varsity, I seen like glimpse of myself being like better than a lot of other kids and baseball. But no matter what was going on no matter what was going on at home, my mom still made me do my homework. No matter what, I couldn't go outside until I did my homework. Was real big on books. She built a shelf above our living room that had Jack in the Box toys, and she was like, "You read me a book, you get a Jack in the Box toy." And if I tried to go up there and get a Jack in the Box toy, I'd probably get my ass beat. So I had to read to get a Jack in the Box toy, and then I had to do flashcards every night of multiplication and division and the addition and subtraction every night, no matter what. Before I went to bed, it was multiplication and subtraction every night, and that had me get a good ass memory of shit. So school was never hard for me. It was easy throughout college, just for the simple fact of my mom. Huh?
So I just remember telling everybody you're the smartest nigga I know. Go ahead.
Meanwhile, Donzale had me doing all his homework.
Nah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
School and shit. That shit was easy as fuck. But because my mom made me that way. But as we getting older throughout high school, throughout just school, I seen that I didn't want to go the path of gangs and shit because I had friends dying early. Like my first friend died in 5th grade, but It wasn't no gun violence. It was just like a free accident. He got hit in the chest with a bat, died. Then middle school, had a couple, not just one friend died. Middle school, high school, then that's when it really started elevating off. People joining gangs, all type of shit. Had a lot of friends die, and I seen that path wasn't for me. I mean, without football, I feel like I don't know what I would have did after high school, because I didn't have no money. But you know what I mean? We got money getting it how we live, whatever way you got money, but I don't know what I would have did without football. And Donzale and Brandon and whoever taught me something at that time, because no money parent. My mom didn't have no money like that. Dad didn't have no money like that. The only thing that really saved me was a God-given ability to go to college. That was the only thing that helped me. And then I went to I went to Weber State out of high school. And then I remember one day I walked to the fire escape, or the stairwell, the enclosed stairwell, and I called Donzale. I'm like, "Hey, bro, I'm trying to come build." And he like, "You serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm serious, bro. I'm trying to get up out of here, bro. This ain't even cool." Weber was cool, but I didn't feel like I could do better than that for me. And then, so I called Donzale. Long story short, that went by hella quick. I don't know how many months after that. Then I left. I think I finished the semester out in December. Then I left. Yeah. And I went to build with Donzale. Then after that, we turned up on the field. Just played 1 year with Donzale. Turned up, learned some things. Taught him some things. He taught me some things. Did one-on-ones every day. Going to Safeway.
You taught him more though.
Nah, he taught me more. And then
you gotta calm down.
Megan, yeah, I was a little hot. I was a little hot. Not too crazy. He taught me how to calm down. And then making sure we went to study hall every night doing our homework, walking to Chico State, and then him going to safe. No, man.
Cut that.
Cut that.
Gonna say what, but nah. Yeah, I feel like ever since senior year, bro, we've been inseparable. No matter what, it don't matter what's going on. Whatever the case was, bro, I never didn't know like nothing that'll ever like end our friendship, never. So it's like he been solid since 12th grade. And that's a little background. I just sugarcoated how my life was, but that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go too deep, but that's the gist of it.
Oh, that's fine, man. Yeah. I mean, I think about though, like, all the ways you could have gone and what you guys have already said. Like Brandon and him were like kind of touching on it before you even got on, man. It's like obviously you had mom and dad, but these two didn't have dad to kind of steer them in one direction or the other, right? And like that father figure is so important. Yeah. Like, I think that's why it's huge what you guys are doing. Donzale coaching, Brandon with his own kids. You with what you're doing too. It's like you guys are all making an impact, and like you can't even express how much that means to these people. You're probably impacting people you have no idea.
Right? Yeah, we talk about that all the time. Like. Yeah. I tell you, it's people that's out there that's influenced by you, and you don't even know. And he says that, like, to me, like, just it's like, likewise, you know what I mean? It's people that probably influenced that I have no idea about. Because sometimes randomly, some people will hit me like, "Oh yeah, I remember you from back when, and I see what you're doing now. You know what I mean? You're doing great, whatever. I remember you did this one thing that helped me with it, but I had no clue. You know what I mean? But
yeah. Because I always think about we talked about this, but kids back home in Stockton. Yeah. What's the first thing they think about when they trying to make it out? Either rapping or sports, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, there's way more avenues you could take, bro. And so that's why I'm like, when you became a firefighter, I was like, bro, that was big, because now they got another avenue they can look at and be like, oh damn, I could do this shit too. You know what I mean? And then especially like if they play sports and they're not good at football, right? But they want to get into coaching. Like that's something you can also do as well. So I think us just constantly, showing our work ethic, constantly being a positive role model, is big, bro. And like we talked about, we don't know who's watching. But at the end of the day, like, I want to make sure you get your flowers, Brandon gets his flowers, because, coming from our backgrounds, bro, like when you really dive deeper into it, it's like, how the hell did they make it out? You know what I mean? So
Yeah. I mean, for every one that made it out, man, like how many do you think didn't?
Right.
Like, I mean, it's probably dozens.
Yeah.
It's people right now that we grew up with still in the same situation that me, Donzale, and Brandon left with. That's still there doing the same exact thing at 31 years old.
Yeah.
So it's like, where did time go?
Yeah. No, not. I mean, I even like, especially recently, like being at the Cleveland Clinic and like doing some of the stuff I'm doing. I'm like, I look back and I'm like, there's people who choose to like stay in small town and like that's their personality, right? Like that's fine. It's different than what you guys are trying to get out of. But like, I talked to Caden Schmitz. He's playing at football at OU right now. He's a kid from my high school, and like he and I really like got down this path, like talking about how like small town Ohio, like nobody thinks they can do bigger or better. And it's not because like a lot of them don't have, the ability to do more, but it's like it's a small town like mindset, right? Like I think you guys, in addition to like all the adversity you had or the odds that were stacked against you, like to have that bigger vision and bigger picture, like to be able to relay that back to kids in Stockton and just like in general, just anybody who's following you guys is obviously like invaluable. So,
I feel like for me and him, we feel like we ain't even did nothing yet.
I know, right? That's
exactly.
That's the crazy thing.
We always talk about that too. Like
we really ain't did nothing yet.
Like you're not anybody. Yeah,
like
I'm the same thing.
Yeah,
it's
like, bro, we ain't did shit yet. That's how I feel. I'm
like you're just getting started.
Yeah,
too.
like exactly. But I think the biggest thing we did,
like, it's hella shit to do.
Yeah. But I feel like that's why like all three of us and Brandon, like obviously Brandon's like a special story. Like that dude, God-given talent that you know got him where he is, but also the work ethic. Like there's like three dudes here that aren't going to fail, right? And I think that's the biggest thing, and that's why it doesn't seem like anything to us.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey Zach, how you grew up, bro?
Different than you guys, man. No, man. I mean, I guess I didn't even like think you don't know the first thing about me, I guess, right? Obviously this dude and I, like we got to know each other. Sorry, we're at the hospital. Obviously it's quiet hours, so you gotta pipe down, dude. But no, man, my dad grew up on a dairy farm and like what's up?
Was drinking hella milk.
Yeah, dude. No, the Bernhards love milk, dude. But my dad grew up with two brothers. His dad grew up in the same house that he grew up in, and they grew up in the same house as his dad grew up in. Like these dudes farmed the same square of land for generations until my dad said, "All right, I'm good. Like I'm gonna get out of here." So again, like different, but similar in that my dad was like, I want more, and like knew that school and education was the way to get that. So he went to my grandpa and said, "This isn't for me." And so he said, "I'm going to go to college." And then, I mean, he didn't know what a doctor was. He didn't know what an orthopedic surgeon was. And next thing you know, he finds his way there through mentors. I'm sure you guys had incredible mentors. And like my dad and I talk about it all the time. It's like I was given like a leg up, right? Like because of the things he did, like truly like a rags to riches, like American dream, right? Like I could never replicate what he did, but because of where he put me, I had to build on that. And so, I mean, that like chip on my shoulder has always been there. And again, it comes from a different place, but I grew up in a small town where Donzale got exiled to play college football. And, I stayed there against my will to play college football, and it turned into one of the best decisions of my life, man. I mean, what's up?
What do you mean against your will?
I wanted to, like, I had big dreams, man. I was just like you guys. It was like, man, I'm not gonna play Division II football at Ashland, like my hometown Division II football. No, dude, I'm going D1. I'm going, and like you just don't know what you don't know, right? I didn't have, like, we were always good, but we never put dudes into Division I. We didn't have like coaching staff or connections. Like we weren't St. Ed's, we weren't Ignatius. Like we always went deep in the playoffs and had talent, but like dudes didn't go out and they didn't play at a high level in college. So like I didn't even know the first place to get recruited. Like I was burning my own CDs just like every other kid, and like just emailing coaches, didn't know how to get in touch with people, didn't have any connections. And, you know, when it came down to it, it was like, how do I know somebody's invested in me? And it's like money talks, right? Scholarships, and like probably the same thing you guys were looking at. And when Ashland asked me, when Coach Owen sat in my living room, he's like, what's it going to get to keep you in Ashland, Ohio? Because he could tell I didn't want to stay. He said more money than everybody else. Because I had offers elsewhere. Like they weren't probably the same quality of a program. But I said more money, and ultimately they gave me a bigger scholarship, and I kind of rethought like what it meant to play in front of a hometown crowd. Like if you're not playing at Ohio Stadium or, you know, at a big school, like it kind of feels like less than high school, right? You know, if you're playing Division II or Division III football, like you want to still feel like it's big time football. And so for me, it's like if you play at home in front of, like we had some good crowds, dude. I mean, and those people cared. And for me, it was like, that's the Ashland kid playing in front of the hometown crowd. So it was, for me, it was probably the biggest I could feel playing college football, you know? And it obviously led to like the bigger picture for me. It's like, I was never going to go to the league. I know this dude wanted to go to the league. I was never going to go to the league. So for me, I knew I was going to have a real job one day. And so I got there, but I don't know, man. Dude, talk about how you got to Ashland.
I would say though, the big thing, like with Zach, what made me connect with Zach too, like kind of like us, like work ethic, right?
Yeah.
But on top of that, like, you know, I'm coming from Stockton, go to Ashland, small town, don't really know nobody. He was the first one, bro, that had a house, and he was just like, bro, you can stay here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, bro, like,
I don't know what it was about you.
I didn't have to pay or anything. I'm like, damn. I was like, damn, that's luck, bro.
I should have made him pay at least 100.
But it was another thing too, like and Zach probably don't remember this, but going into my senior year, we were on the field and I was like, damn, Zach, you think I can make it to the league? And he was like, you gotta get faster. That was the first thing he said to me.
I was real.
And I was like, damn.
But I don't think I said it like you don't have a chance. It was like, if you want to play the position you're playing right now, it's like.
And he said you got to make plays. Like you can't make average plays at D2. Like you got to make big plays.
Yeah, because we got to see Adam. Yeah, you know, we got to see what Adam did. It's like, how do you get it done? Well, you lead all levels in receptions at the tight end position.
Right.
And obviously being 6'7" and 270 pounds, that didn't hurt. And running like a 4.5, like that didn't hurt. But at the same time,
I mean, like, then again, it's just like going back to it, bro. Like when you what's it called? Is it called Aurora?
You have an aura?
Yeah. Of like people. Yeah. Like when you pretty much like everybody got that same work ethic, right?
Yeah.
So I was easily gravitated towards Zach because I was like, bro, you know, Zach's gonna do big things, bigger than football. You know, even when he was on the team, we was calling him Dr. Bernhardt. He was already destined for that.
Dude, the rest of these dudes call me dad. Like all the other guys call me dad.
You know, even coming to Ashland, bro, like I already knew like I was gonna have to grind no matter what. Even at Butte, you knew how it was at Butte. There's so many distractions, right? At Butte, it's so many distractions.
What distractions?
It was distractions, bro.
Oh,
Chico. So
bro.
it was, but but yeah. So on top of that, it's just, you know, being able to stay focused, bro, and grind it out. And I think seeing how you guys grind it out, you know, you're grinding it out. It was good, bro, just to see that. So good.
Dude, for him to come back too, I was just ecstatic for him because it's like, this is an opportunity. It's a springboard, right? Like, who knows where he ends up? But I think this is the first step. And
he said he in love with Ashland.
Dude, he loves Ashland.
Hey, Hey, when I slide, can you show me what the best burger is?
Yeah, we can do that.
Not the
Yeah.
best.
You coming to
I know
the,
y'all
you
got.
got, you gotta come to the,
I know
you
y'all
gotta
got some
come to the
beef.
homecoming.
Huh?
You gotta come to the, oh no, you gotta work. God,
Homecoming?
What
October 5th?
what month is that?
October 5th.
October 5th?
Yeah.
Let's see, but
We'll do this again in person.
I know, that would be dope too.
Yeah.
That would be dope. It would be dope to get B out here in person, but
Yeah.
it'll be too
That's
hard.
like-
He's got his pilot's license, so
I know, that is true.
October what?
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I got that off.
I thought you said you had to work.
Nah, bro.
That's not good.
You see anything crazy?
Huh? Bro, is it gonna say that on here?
What?
What?
say?
Did I see anything crazy?
No.
Yeah.
You said
I said, did you see anything crazy? Firefight.
the last shift?
Yeah.
Don't put
Yeah.
this on there though.
Oh, never mind.
No, I can talk about it, but just can't like
I
don't.
was just saying, I could.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, same
Yeah.
with me. It's like,
Yeah, I ain't gonna put it on there.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
exactly.
Don't put this on the fucking the what's it called? Yeah, hell yeah, nigga. That bro. It was like 4:30, and it was these three Mexican dudes. Bro, these niggas fucked up hella shit. They was drunk and they like they hit hella shit. They hit like a curb, a pole, whooped somebody's house, like bent somebody's house into their living room, and then slid up the street and smacked hella cars and wrapped around the pole. And then
They died.
I get there.
Oh.
I get there, and then a car nigga flipped like this, almost flipped over, but not not all the way over. It's just like that. And then bruh sitting in the back, like in the back of the where the trunk at. Bro fucked up. His ankle broke. That nigga had hella blood on his mouth and his beard and shit. And then I just put like a seat collar on him. And then the other fat dude, he was just standing there, hella loaded. I'm like, bro, these niggas just loaded. And then the other dude, I think he broke his hand or something. And it was like hella, it was like an abrasion on his hand.
Yeah.
And so they just we did like a fast ass triage where I just went to one, somebody else went to one, and somebody else went to one. And then we just he was like, we didn't know if he had internal bleeding because that nigga was fucked up. I looked inside the car to see if anybody was in there. Wasn't nobody in there. And then we just loaded him up and went. But I just put a seat collar on him. Then we put him on a backboard, got him up out of there because he was fucked, bro. His ankle wouldn't even move. Like leg was contorted up. And then we just put him on the backboard, slid him away from the car, put him in the ambulance. He left, and then I was moving shit out the way because it was like rocks and shit everywhere. They fucked that house up. And then the other dude, I just bandaged. I put a 4x4 on his head with gauze because that nigga head was leaking. Put him on the ambulance.
I'm telling you, I've seen the other end of this. This stuff comes in, and we're like looking at what they did to him out in the field, and we're like, what is that?
Bro, he just got right there, bro. That's the most.
I know, it's crazy because it's like you hearing the beginning of it.
And then I see him in the trauma bay, and I'm like, what's that supposed to
put a
do?
gauze on it and wrap your shit up like this.
Yeah. No, seriously, I can walk over to that trauma bay right now and see some of your work.
No, for real, bro. That was
crazy.
it. She see hella shit too, though.
What's up, Mariela?
She a PA.
She a PA? Nice.
Yeah.
What specialty?
Emergency medicine.
Ooh. So she sees it too. Yeah, she sees some of your work.
She work in Stockton. I work in San Francisco.
Yeah. Damn, Stockton.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate it. So I'll be out that way in like 2 weeks. So,
bro, you gonna fight, bro?
Yes, bro. I'm gonna
Don't care.
man. I'm gonna get a rental. I'm gonna get a rental.
Yeah.
We'll get a rental. I'm gonna fly out there, then get a rental.
You at his work?
Yeah, we got his job right now.
What you doing there?
Yeah.
What time you get off?
I'm on a 24 right now.
Oh, you got some time?
I got the intern with me. He's taking care of some stuff. I'm gonna have to go help him here soon. I'm assuming. I don't know. It seems like he's
Hey,
doing
bro, you just
okay.
gonna still up in there all night?
Who, me?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be here all night. Yeah, we do
How's it?
24s.
How's it?
No, I'm
Oh,
about to
no,
hit
no, no.
back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put him in the call room.
It's good.
But
No, I offered for him to stay at the house, but he's gonna drive back.
Nah, you can stay
I
at his
got
house.
the Cali boys came in.
Who?
The boys from Cali, not Jaden, but the corner and the receiver.
They didn't come in.
Tomorrow he leaves California tomorrow, so he
Hey,
get here.
Get on Call of
Friday.
Duty.
Yeah, all right, it's good.
All right. Hey,
Well,
Zach,
I'm
add
not
me,
about to.
What's up?
add me on Call of Duty.
Dude, I don't play. You think I got time to play Call of Duty? Dude, I don't even have an Xbox anymore.
It's good.
Well, I'll tap
I'll tell
in.
you what, I might have to though when
Yeah,
NCAA
like I
comes
said,
in.
NCAA, you gotta get it.
What would you have done if you were in the game, dude?
I was.
Oh, that's
I mean,
true.
yeah,
It was
14,
back when we,
yeah.
yeah.
14, he was in the game.
Yeah, but I mean, your name wasn't on it. You didn't get money out of it.
The download right. We did get money for it.
Yeah, they did.
They got money out of it? Why? How?
They
How about the roster?
double
Well, I
A.
know that people made the roster,
They
but
had to like as it when it ended, they had to pay us for our likeness.
really?
Yeah.
So
they-
like,
if anybody in the game that when you downloaded the roster had your name and they put like shit I wore in the game, like my bands and shit and my visor and all that and my beret, they had to pay you for that. So they sent everybody a check in the mail.
negative drip. Negative drip.
That boy Slub had the hat.
Yeah.
Please. The hat
Tube
days.
socks. Tube socks on his arms.
Yeah,
He's like,
they
I
had
didn't get on here to get made fun of.
that's all good. Well, I got roasters.
No, it's good though, but I'll tap in with you, man. I appreciate you.
Has he ever
getting
come
on,
to
man.
Ashland?
No, he's coming. He coming
Dude.
October, bro. You gotta come.
This dude,
You gotta come.
he's gonna come to Ashland and be like,
I know. I already
fine,
told him
bro.
about him.
I'm
Yeah.
flying.
you been to Ohio though?
Nope.
Never been to, damn.
Right after our game, gonna go to Columbus, go to Ohio State game. They play Iowa, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Wait.
That's on
When
Homecoming?
when your homecoming? October?
yeah,
October 5th.
5th.
So Ohio State play on Sunday?
No, they play
No, like that
Saturday.
night.
I'm saying we may get there like in the third quarter of their game.
I ain't gonna lie though.
Yeah.
I got 4 days
Yeah.
off. I'm gonna trade that other day and then have like 7 days off.
Oh, because you work on Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, you sent me the schedule. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to trade that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to trade that off.
All right, that's good.
But yeah, I'll remind you because Kevin said he wanna come too.
All right, that's good.
Yeah. I'll probably invite some more people out if they want to.
I'm finna slide for sure in that thing. Yeah, nah.
He's gonna,
Yeah.
what?
I
You
know.
went to college here?
I know.
You did 3 years, right? It was 3 years.
Yeah,
and a half?
3
Yeah.
years.
I just wanna go chill with some Amish people.
Boy,
There's plenty around.
there's plenty around.
Dude,
You know,
there's
horses
like
and everything.
Amish parking at the Walmart.
You said they park at the Walmart.
Yeah, there's like Amish
Like,
parking at the
horse?
Walmart. Yeah,
With their horse and the carriage?
yeah.
You're lying, bruh.
No, I swear.
They be
You
making
lying,
they be
bro.
making hella stuff too.
Let me
That's
show you what
I
San
know.
Francisco about though. Hold on. Then I'm gonna get off. How you
Man,
change
we
the
can't even see you.
Huh?
Can't even see you. It's messing up.
Hold up.
now.
Yeah, hang on.
Just hold on a
Give it
little
minute.
bit. There,
Oh,
you
we
go.
go. That's San Fran?
That's the hood of San
I was gonna say that's ugly. I was gonna say you're not even able to open your windows.
That's crazy, man.
What do you pay for that?
That is crazy.
31?
Where your tree at? Where your little Christmas tree?
By the way.
You threw it away.
Damn.
It's good, man. Well, just tap in with me, Slap. I'll hit you.
Yeah, I get with you.